Good morning, everyone. How is everyone on this Monday morning? Got some breaking news. Came across what looks like a verifiable leak regarding the DJI Mavic Mini 2. Hope everyone's doing well. And we're just going to jump right into it because got several things I want to cover here. Now, these pictures look to be authentic, is what I'm going to say. And here, this is a close up of the remote. It looks a lot like the Mavic Air 2 in terms of the capability of this remote. Now let's go ahead and take a look here. Now here's the specs, and it's very interesting here. You'll notice, and one of the things I've been getting a lot of questions about, and a lot of people have asked, are the fact, Bill, does it have OcuSync 2.0? And my thoughts and my thinking regarding that is no, because for two reasons. One, it would increase the weight of the aircraft, and two, the cost factor. Well, apparently, per this spec, if this is legit, it says it has OcuSync 2.0 on here. Johnny Joneflyer, welcome. Thanks for showing up this morning. A 31-minute flight time. Also, it has a 8.5 to 10.5 meters per second level 5 wind resistance. Drone shots, welcome. The Mavic Mini 1 had a 7.8 meter per second, so that is definitely better. A 3-axis 4K video gimbal, panorama, quick shots, a one-tap videos. Again, these are purported specs for the Mini 2. Now, the other thing I want to draw your attention to before we go on to the next picture, Ken, welcome. Daniel, welcome. Ray Kelly, welcome. Before we go on to the next picture, notice the naming convention, okay? DJI has gone to calling it the DJI Mini 2. Now, you'll notice that this is lining up with their new, the Osmo Pocket 2 is just called the Pocket 2 now. The Ronin, they've changed the naming on that. So, there's a different thinking in terms of marketing from DJI, which I find quite interesting. But nevertheless, that's something that really kind of caught my eye right away with this. Now, let's move on to the next. There's a close-up of the camera. I mean, it looks legitimate here, as far as the gimbal is concerned. And being that it's 4K, I mean, it really, really does look like the real deal here. Now, the next picture shows what the purported box would look like. And again, the other spec that's worth noting says 249 grams. DJI has done this. I'll take two, Ken. I hear you on this. For 249 grams, packing all this in there, everybody say, the Mavic Air 2 is the drone down this year. Yeah, it is, but this is going to run a very close second, and it may not even be a second. It may be a tie as far as that's concerned. And this looks like a case that you would see this in Best Buy. These leaks purportedly have come from Best Buy. That is yet to be confirmed and yet to be determined, but you can take a look there in the case. Straight ahead, it has Mini 2. On one side, it has the Mavic Air 2, and the other side, it has the Osmo Mobile 4 gimbal there. So, this is something that's quite interesting. That's another picture on my drive there. But all in all, this is really, as I told you on my previous video, these would be coming fast and furious. Whenever it gets closer and closer to this time, I expected to get the DJI information about the DJI teaser out today sometime. So if that happens, stay tuned to Rotor Talk Live on Tuesday night. I'll bring that information to you then, which I think is going to happen. I think we'll get that teaser by that point in time. But this is quite an interesting find. These pictures are very interesting. They do look realistic. They do not look Photoshopped. That other picture that I did put up there was definitely Photoshopped. The battery compartment is the same. It's the same type of, how the batteries are going to fit in there. The batteries are a different technology to provide, provide some more runtime on there. So, all in all, and let's go back. And one of the other things, I want to go back and take a look at the specs again with you guys. I think it's worth noting. Let's just take a quick peek at this again here. You know, the ultralight and foldable, less than 249 grams, 31 minutes maximum flight time, 10-kilometer OcuSync 2.0 HD video transmission. You know, that lends itself, and I'm going to bring this up here. This is something that I wanted to make sure that I told you guys is OcuSync 2.0 means it's would be compatible with a smart controller. Okay. Wow. Okay. Now they haven't said. Now again, these are just reported. I want to emphasize this fact until we actually, you know, until release date and until we get a chance to see it when we're ordering them. These are purported specs, but it sounds legit. It looks legit. The boxing looks legit. Everything looks legit. But we'll see. But if this is true, there's an excellent, well, you know, OcuSync 2.0 is the primary, you know, communications feature that's needed to work with a smart controller. So that's the case. Wow. You know, if this, and now again, you know, there's nothing on this. So I just want to be careful to mention that. But if this is the case, it'll working with a smart controller would make it incredible. That would mean all the consumer drones in DJI's lineup, from the Mini 2, you know, I'm going to go out and hypothesize the Mini 2, the Mavic Air 2, the Mavic 2 series, and then the Phantom 4 Pro V 2.0. All of them would work with a smart controller. So, wow, this is a real gold mine. Why on earth would they bring this out so soon after the Mavic Air 2? Something fishy here. No, Andy, I think it's in time. The Mavic Air 2 came out earlier this year, and it's been selling well. But the Mavic Mini has been selling well too. But Frank Wang, the CEO of DJI, has said one thing he was disappointed in, that it didn't have the 4K. So combined with that, also combined with the fact that Mavic 3 is not going to come out sometime until next year because of remote ID, and we've talked about that on the channel. You know, this is a perfect fit right now. And also, the timing could not be better too, because this would be several weeks, at least 2 weeks before Black Friday. And with something like that, I mean, you really can't, you know, you really couldn't ask for better timing as far as that's concerned, because these will go flying off the shelves. As you know, the Mavic Mini, when it first came out, and for several months, it wasn't in stock. You had to order it, whether it was from DJI or Best Buy. You know, I do know those two outlets. They were not easy to come by, and you know, it's a very popular drone, and this is just upping the game a little bit, and it's upping the game quite a bit. Yeah, the Mavic name, Daniel. Yeah, I don't know. Pro 3. Yeah, see, I don't know. I would guess if DJI is going to continue with that, then yeah, it would probably be called the Pro 3. I don't know. But it's interesting how they have gone away from this marketing aspect of taking part of that name out. I don't know. It's just, you know, I would still think they might still call that the Mavic. Not sure, but who knows along those lines. But this is exciting news, getting these pictures out, and they look legit, which is good. You know, this is more information. As I said in my previous video, when these things start to happen, they're going to start coming out fast and furious. You're probably going to see more leaks of more pictures, maybe some benchmark testing with these pictures, you know, that kind of thing. I wouldn't expect, you know, a whole lot more in terms of this. You know, this is an absolute steal of a find. Whoever found this, I think it's fantastic. So, you know, this is great. This is absolutely great news. And stay tuned. We're going to talk much more about this tomorrow night. We're going to talk much more about this tomorrow night on Rotor Talk Live at 8 o'clock Eastern. You know, it's just, I'm sure we'll get more information on it. As I said, I really think today we're going to probably get the teaser for the date, and whether it'll be at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. My guess, it'll probably be released at 9 p.m. They seem to have a very successful launch with a Mavic Air 2 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, as soon as that information comes out, I'll get that out there to everybody. Look for it on Build a Drone Reviewer on the Facebook page, the group. And we'll definitely talk about that tomorrow night. Wouldn't surprise me if they packed the Mini with capability. Yeah, that definitely have. Yeah, I agree, Hunters. Vivek, yeah, thanks for showing up here today. So this is nothing but good news. We'll have a lot to discuss tomorrow night on Rotor Talk Live at 8 o'clock Eastern regarding this. I'm sure we'll have more information by then. But again, if these specs are true, and at that price point, it's an absolute no-brainer. Having the capabilities, I mean, even at 2.7, it takes incredible video. Upping this to 4K is just kind of like icing on the cake. And if it has OcuSync 2.0 on it, then wow, that'll mean, because I know a lot of people ran into issues. I ran into issues, as that one side of the lake, with the Fimi, I have issues on it. With the Mini, I've had issues on it. If it's not OcuSync 2.0, a strong transmission system, I get interference over there. So this will be a huge win all the way across the board. So, Master, yes. The video will post, but there were some pictures that I had posted, and the specs, as you can see up on the screen right there, indicated it'll have a 31-minute flight time, that it will have OcuSync 2.0 on it, that it has better wind resistance on it, and it has 4K video, does panorama, quick shots, and one-tap video. So some more capabilities and features. And that's one other thing before we leave I wanted to emphasize here. Adding some of these things for software, I think, is fantastic as well too, because I know a lot of times, especially for newbies, doing those quick shots, those panoramas, those kind of things, I think they're fantastic, and I think it will really bring a lot of people into it because it's very easy to use. DJI makes it like a one-button touch thing, through the app, and I think it'll be fantastic. So we've got a lot to look forward to. We'll talk about this in much more detail tomorrow night. I'm sure we'll have. Oh, you're welcome, Master. We'll have much more detail tomorrow night. I'm sure we'll find out more information on this. But again, this is good news. This is a great way, with all that's going on in the world. I think this is a great way to start the week. I don't know about you guys, with having news like this. So hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. Took my lunch break earlier here. Just wanted to get this information out. Oh, you're welcome, Hemtech. Hope you guys have a great day, and please do me a favor. The best way you can say thank you to me is to smash that like button on the way out. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for your support. We really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. And remember, as always, it's a great day to fly. Take care, everybody.